What's going on, everybody? My name is Tech, and for 15 years I was the #1 seller of pre-owned men's clothing on eBay. But today I'm making an impromptu video. This wasn't planned. I am here on the island of Palm Beach. This water is beautiful, so I figure I would share the views, have a little talk, have a little chat. And I like to talk and chat with you, about every 4 weeks, maybe 6 weeks, just to get a pulse of the community, a pulse of where you guys are, how you guys are doing, just how things are going with you. So if you're so obliged, feel free to drop a comment below. I answer every single comment myself personally, every single thing that you leave, because if you guys take the time to send a message to me, I can take the time to respond back. So let me know how you're doing. How's business? How's life? Is things good? Is things bad? Are we coming out of the summer slowdown? How are we doing? Are we struggling? What are we struggling with? What can I help you with? What kind of videos can I make that you guys would find the most helpful? That's what I want to know. Those are the things that I need to learn, because I only want to make the most helpful videos that I absolutely can. So for a lot of you guys, you know me, you know my story. For people that are brand new, I've been selling on eBay for over 15 years. At one point, I was the #1 seller of pre-owned men's clothing on the entire platform in the entire world, in every single men's clothing category. A couple $1 million per year in sales. I say once upon a time because now I have scaled down, retired. I get to do beautiful things like this, like come to you from all kinds of locations all over the world. And I like to make these videos for educational purposes, because reselling eBay has totally changed my life for the better. And if it wasn't for that, I would be still, without a doubt, working a dead-end job. I had a son when I was 18 years old. I was a single dad until I met the woman who now became my wife, and I've been with her for 15 years. So she came into our life, my son's life, when he was around 1st or 2nd grade, and we've been together ever since. And I guess I've been on eBay ever since, because when she came around, I got on eBay shortly after that. And in Palm Beach, I mean, these houses here are crazy. Like, some of the most famous people in the world, business-wise, entertainment-wise, they live here. They got Mar-a-Lago up the street. Howard Stern has like a $300 million house back there. Tiger Woods lives up the street a little bit in Jupiter. Rush Limbaugh had like a $130 million house here. So like, it is very inspiring if you do wish to get to these kinds of levels and find these kinds of successes. But nobody is obligated to get to these levels or find these successes. But I like just coming out here. For one, it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The ocean is beautiful. It's absolutely fantastic. Great time of year in Florida, September. September, October, November is very, very beautiful here. It's very temperate. It's not so hot. It's a little hot, but not so hot. But just coming out here, we went to the flea market a couple hours ago in the morning. I dropped this video, and that's what I do. I love going to flea markets, even though I don't sell on eBay anymore in the capacity of eBay world domination. I still love going to the flea market. Some people like going to the golf course. Some people like going to the driving range. Some people like going fishing. I like going to flea markets. I like making educational videos for you guys. And I like helping each and every one of you guys out there, even if it's a small way. I want to try to have as much impact as humanly possible on as many people as I possibly can. Even if it's just a very, very, very small way, where you guys are at the thrift, you see an item and you go, I remember, I saw that on that guy's video, I'm going to pick it up and I'm going to make some money. So that's what I like. That's what I like to do. That's what I find interesting. Some people find other stuff interesting. That's what I find interesting. So I want to just thank everybody for watching the videos. It is just a couple of days ago, the 1 year anniversary of me being on YouTube. And that video came out last September. It's mid-September now. So I want to thank all of you guys who have hit the subscribe button, watch all of the videos. We had over 2 million views this year alone in the first year. So like, I am truly humbled, truly honored that many of you guys have tuned in and keep tuning in. And it really means a lot to me. And there's an immense responsibility to give you guys, not my opinion, to speak in fact. When I am speculating, I tell you I'm speculating, but I speak in fact, and that's just how I operate. That's how I roll, because there is an immense responsibility when we come on YouTube and we choose to utilize our voice, and hundreds or thousands or tens of thousands of people ending up hearing it and they listening to it too. So if you guys don't know, I do go live every single Wednesday, Q&A style, rapid fire, talk about reselling, talk about making money. It's in the live tab, which is hard to see, but there's a ton of live calls in there. And if you're interested and you do want to go live with us, turn on the notification bell next to my name, because I'm going to start going live at different times as I start going to different places. And a couple of weeks ago, we were in California, San Francisco, Los Angeles. We were just in Orlando for a couple of weeks. We're going to go to New York for about a month. So I'm going to be on the move. I'm going to be moving, popping, shaking, going to as many different kind of flea markets as possible, seeing as many different kind of things as possible, and hopefully meeting as many of you guys as I possibly can. So coming up here soon, if you're watching this video, I will be in the New York, New Jersey area, maybe even Philadelphia, for about the next month. And hopefully I can hit some cool flea markets, some new flea markets, find some cool stuff, meet some cool people, and just continue to impact as many people and help as many people as humanly possible. So, you know, when I'm out here, I like to think, I like to walk around, I like to get in all the nature and just like to let my mind just flow. And one of the things that I was thinking about as I was walking around was, you know, for a large part of my life, I didn't understand how money worked. And my first job was at CVS. I worked there for 5 years. I worked there around the time that my son was born until he was about 5 years old. So till about 2008 is when I stopped working there. That was in the middle of the financial crisis. The stock market went down by 50%. People were losing their homes left and right during the Ninja loan time frame, and Ninja was no income, no job, approval. So you could have no income, no job, and maybe they even approve you for one of these houses for $100 million. Who knows? But that was the problem, and that's why a lot of people ended up losing their homes, and that's why the economy took a huge dip. And it was at this time I was going to school for computer repair. So I was working at CVS 12 to 10. I was getting 40 hours a week. I had my son on the weekends back then. And I was doing vocational school in the morning time. So my day started at about 5, got to school at 6. School lasted till 12. I left at 11 because I had to go to work at 12. My teacher was very understanding. And for about 5 years, I went to vocational school and learned how to fix computers. I got my certification, my A+ degree. I got my N+ degree for networks. And every single job that I looked for, of course, entry-level position, they want you to have 2 years experience, 5 years experience, 10 years experience for entry-level positions. You guys know how that goes. And of course, I didn't have that experience, so I had to get whatever job that I could with the certification that I did have. So I ended up getting a job at Circuit City, which is kind of like Best Buy. They're no longer around. And they used to have a program called FireDog, and FireDog was their version of Geek Squad. So you would bring in your computer, you would ask to get it repaired. They would do some basic repairs, and then they would charge you accordingly. A couple of weeks after I got a job at Circuit City, they filed for bankruptcy out of nowhere. Nobody knew, no one knew it was coming. They filed for bankruptcy. So here I am. I left my rock steady job of 5 years at CVS as a glorified cashier photo lab supervisor, making $10.05 an hour. And I took a leap of faith. I went to Circuit City. And a couple of weeks later, they filed for bankruptcy. So here I am with a son, and here I am with the perspective of having no job, and I can't go back to CVS because it is what it is. So shortly after that is when I found eBay. And when I was working at CVS, when I was working at Circuit City, in my early days of eBay, my understanding of money was work all week, get paid on Friday, pay my bills. That's what money was for. Money was to work all week, pay my bills, and give it to somebody else. And I think a lot of people, me included, for a very long time, that was our understanding of what the utilization of money was. Money was a method to work all week, exchange our time, sell our time. That's what we're doing. When we work at a 9 to 5, when we work at hourly salary, We are selling our time for X amount of dollars per hour. In my case, it was $10.05 per hour. That's how much I was selling my time for. And time is the most precious commodity on the face of the earth because we can't get it back. So I was selling my time for $10 and a nickel an hour. And after it was all said and done, I was making $314 a week take home. $100 went towards rent, where I was a roommate with 4 other people. $100 went to car insurance, other bills. $100 went to child support. And then I had a couple other little miscellaneous things that happened throughout the week. And more often than not, throughout the week, at best, I had $14. At worst, I had 0. Most of the time, I had less than $7 to get me through the whole week to get to the next week. Because my understanding of money back then was make money, pay your bills, give it to somebody else, live and survive. Now, shortly after that, we start to understand money a little bit more. We start to mature a little bit more. And now our understanding of money becomes make money, get a history, build our credit, apply for a loan, get a house. That's our understanding of money. We get a 30-year mortgage. We pay it off in 30 years. We build equity. Hopefully the house that we get appreciates, and then we can make money through that, which is great, which is fine. So we graduate from our understanding of money is work all week, sell our time, give it to somebody else, to work all week, be a good citizen, prove our value, prove our worth to the bank, get a loan from the bank, and pay the next 30 years paying off the interest and paying off the asset that we do have the loan on. That's great. But what these people here in Palm Beach, some of the richest, most powerful people in the world, what they understand about money, and what a lot of us don't understand about money yet, is that money is not made selling our time to pay our bills and then give to somebody else. Money is not made to prove who we are, to get a mortgage, where a lot of times people over leverage themselves for mortgage and put themselves at risk and then spend the next 30 years paying that off. What all of these fine folks behind me believe and understand about money is that money, the fundamental understanding and principle of money, is to go out and go get more money. All of these people are heavily invested. All of these people have businesses that they are leveraging their money, leveraging people, processes, systems, opportunities, relationships, leveraging their money to go out and get more money for them. These people are in the stock market. These people have CDs. These people have investments. These people have real estate. These people have all of this stuff that makes money, whether they're sitting on the beach here in Palm Beach. And a lot of these people, I would say the majority of these people, 90-something%, the majority of these people here, this is not their primary residence. This is their second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth home that they have parked money. They know how valuable Palm Beach real estate is. They're parking money here. They enjoy it 1 week out of the year, and then they're going to sell it later for more money. So they have understood, they have figured out that they can utilize their money, leverage their money to go out and get more money for them. And I didn't understand this until I started selling on eBay, until I started buying stuff at the thrift store for $5, putting it on eBay and getting $20 back. That taught me to let my money work for me. Now, do we have to do some upfront work? Absolutely. We have to go to the thrift store, find items. We have to take photos, we have to take pictures, we have to list, and we have to set our item up on eBay. But how many times as eBay sellers do we wake up to $100 in sales, to $250 in sales, to $500 in sales, to $1,000 in sales while we were asleep? Like, that's the first step of it, is this money to be out there operating, to be working for us while we are not actively working for it. So like, we could go watch a football game. We have 1,000 items on eBay.com, and then we can go sell 2 items during the football game. Made money during the game. Now, is that money that we made a long time ago when we listed it and found it and did all of the work? That's unrealized profit. So like, when people say, I list $100 a day, that's unrealized profit, because we're going to take offers, we're going to run markdowns, We're going to have refunds, returns, things like that. So that all of that is unrealized money, unrealized profit. The money and profit doesn't come until the item actually sells. And if you stay consistent with your business, you will start to get consistent sales. And with consistent sales, as we multiply our money using the best machine that I've ever found to multiply our money, which is reselling in eBay, as we begin to multiply our money, as we begin to get more successful as resellers, there comes a tipping point where we get so much money that we can't redeploy it back into our business because we're unable to process so many items. So let's just say, you know what? I sell 20 items a day and make a $20 profit. Great. You have $400 profit per day. Excellent. That's fantastic money. But when you get to selling 25, you can't replace the money with goods and still process it and keep up unless you start going and getting employees and you start investing in systems and infrastructure and things like that. And you can, that's fine, perfectly fine. But as a solopreneur, as a single person, if your cost of goods is $5, your 20 items cost you, 5 times 20, that's $100. But then you're getting back $400 a day. And if you would go out and buy $400 of cost of goods at $5 each, it becomes so many items that you cannot actually process the items and get them up in a manageable time. There's not enough time in the day. So what we do with that excess money now comes understanding money, like all of these people are doing. All of these people understand money, and with that excess money that they get outside of actively working for their money, they put to work, and then their money comes back and brings more money. And that is the job of money. The job of money is not to work all week and sell your time to make enough to pay your bills. That's not it. The job of money is not to prove your worth to a bank or a broker and get a loan and buy a house. That's not it. That's great, but that's not the actual fundamental usage and understanding of money. The actual fundamental understanding and usage of money is to leverage your money to go out and make you more money. It's rewarded. It's taxed less. All of this stuff is rewarded by the government because this is stuff that they want us to do. Actively working for money is taxed at the highest rate, where passively getting investment income is taxed at a lower rate. That is set up for a reason. So, if you can save up money, save up $100,000, work your tail off, actively working for $100,000, and then go put it into something that'll get you 5%. You don't have to work for it, and your money is working for you. The best investment that all of us can make is into ourselves with an education, into our own businesses, and into these profitable items where every single person on Palm Beach, every single one of them would kill to get a 400% return like we do. They would kill to get a 50% return, 100% return, a 200% return in 3 months, in one day. How many times have we gone to the flea market, garage sale, thrift store, bought an item for $1, sold it for $20, bought an item for $1, sold it for $100, bought an item for $20 and sold it for $200? Those kind of margins, even to the smartest, most brightest people in the entire world, those kind of margins and turnaround and return on investment is unfathomably hard to understand. But we, as resellers, can walk into any thrift store in America and find 4 times our money, 10 times our money in 90 days, in 6 months, if worst case in 1 year. If you could tell all of these big shot hot shots you can 4 times your money 5 into 20, 5 times your money 5 into 25 in 1 year, you'd have a line all the way out the door, all the way to the Bahamas. They would all sign up and do that. They haven't figured out, which they will one day, they have not figured out that reselling, selling the same item more than one time, is more profitable than selling one item one time, brand new. So they will catch on one day. There will be some, equity funds, venture capital funds. There will be investments with artificial intelligence, technology, where these guys will figure out the amount of profit that we're making. They'll figure out how to scale it, and they will start getting into our game. So before that does happen, because it will happen, we have to be on top of our game, and we have to get as much money as we possibly can, because we don't know when this whole glitch in the matrix is going to end. Do we got time? We got time. Are we on the back nine of this? We very well could be. And since we're on the back nine of this, since there are technology advancing at such a rapid pace, guys, we got to take advantage of the opportunities that we got. Get consistent, gain an education, do what you got to do to get your job done and put yourself into a better position. I'm telling you, because all of you guys can change your life, change your position, do better, do good, just like a lot of people out there have. And there's people in the group making $100,000 a year doing this. There's people in the group selling $1 million a year. There's people in the group that are supplementing their income. There's people in the group that are retiring their spouse, retiring themselves, supplementing Social Security, making a full-time living, paying their bills. All of that is fantastic. And the most beautiful thing about reselling is you could build a business around the life that you want to live. You don't have to list hundreds and thousands of items every single day. You don't have to. List 14 items a day at a $20 profit, and that is $102,000 per year. $20 profit, 14 items. You can make 6 figures listing 14 items a day. Doesn't take you all day to process that. Doesn't take you all day to list that. Doesn't take you all day to photograph that. Doesn't take you all day to ship that. Go out and find your best 14, make a $20 profit, have $102,000 if you can get to the point and sell 14 items a day. So again, for a large part of my life, I didn't understand money. When I started to understand money and figure out that I need to take my money, utilize it as a tool instead of just paying my bills and giving it to someone else, utilizing money as a tool, that's when my net worth, my bank account, my business, all of that totally started skyrocketing. And my life, my business, my family, my son, all of them started benefiting hugely and greatly from that. So if any of you guys are interested in learning how to resell a little bit more, if you already know how to resell and you want to get involved with a great, positive, productive community, if you just want to be around other resellers talking about it, get one extra nugget that can move your business to the next level, even if you already know everything. If you're beginning, we have a beginner call. I have a great community of over 2,500 people that reoccur every single month. All the calls are recorded. We have 30 live calls per week, over 100 calls per month. Everything is recorded if you can't attend live. We have thousands of calls in the document previously recorded. I do the morning call every single day, teach you about business, teach you how to run a business, teach you about reselling. We show you how to find stuff. We tell you what to find. We show you how to list it. We have tutorials. We have processes. We have how to hire employees. We have a beginner call. We have everything. And if that's something that you're interested in, click the link below. If not, I have a ton of videos out here. Every single one of my videos, I hope to offer some sort of tip, educational principle. But at the end of the day, this is hard work. It's not get rich quick. A lot of these people here, they worked hard. It wasn't get rich quick. But if you do work hard, you do understand money, you are consistent, you are disciplined, it is a guarantee that you will put your life in a different position. So thank you for coming live from us from West Palm Beach. This wasn't planned. This was impromptu. But I like to come to you guys once a month, once every 6 weeks, and just see how are you guys doing? How's the community? How's everyone doing? How's life? Are we doing all right? Is business good? Is business not good? Post a comment below. I'm happy to answer every single one of them. Let me bring you guys down to the water one more time. But it's very beautiful out here. Maybe one day, one of you guys listening, you guys can go ahead and buy one of these houses back here on Palm Beach Island for tens of millions of dollars. And if you do, just invite me over. That's all I'm asking. Invite me over for the barbecue. That's all I need. That's all I'm asking. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope this video finds everybody well. And if you guys are ever in Florida, give me a message, shoot me a message. I would love to hear from you, see everybody. Beautiful place here. I hope you enjoy the sights. I hope you enjoy the conversation, because I enjoy talking to people, helping people. I enjoy the comments, and I try to be as helpful and do everything that I possibly can to give back to the reselling community, because reselling and the community has given me so much. So thank you as always for tuning in. I appreciate it. I don't want to take too much of your time. Hope everybody has a great week. Be great. Thank you.